If you have the desire to achieve something great in life, understand that you are capable of achieving it, no matter how big that dream may seem. Hello, it's Evelyn, aka Milklord, and in today's episode of Milklord Mindset, we're going to be discussing the power of manifestation, affirmations, and gratitude. Make sure to leave a big ol' like on the video, and let's jump right into the conversation. Today we are going to be talking about the power of manifestation, gratitude, and affirmation. Before we get too much into talking about all of that, I do want to share the importance of having faith. If you do have a hard time saying that you believe in God or whatever, for whatever reasons, you can just think of it as the universe and just believe that the universe or just something out there, a greater power is out there rooting for you. It just makes everything a lot more easier when it feels like you're talking to someone and there's someone out there who has the power to give you everything you want. Obviously, that's not necessary. I just felt like that helped me a lot with my manifestations, and once I started really having faith, once I started to feel that God was in my life, I felt like everything changed so much for the better. If you're new to manifestations and all that shit, that whole world kind of sounds like everyone's just being delusional. But to some extent, you do have to be delusional. What's funny is that the two books that I have been reading, both this book and another book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, they have both mentioned that the crazy people are the happiest people. In both the books, they explain how people who are a little fucking crazy and who don't really see the world as it really is are the fucking happiest. The people who believe that there's something out there who's helping them, or if they truly believe in their fucking crazy beliefs, they are the fucking happiest. And then this other book that I was reading, the doctor mentions, because it's a doctor who deals with crazy people, and he said if he had a cure, he wouldn't want to even cure his fucking clients because his clients are living such a happy fucking dream. We change shirts because it's hot as fuck. People who are overly realist or just see the world as it actually is tend to be the people who are also depressed. People who have depression are also extreme realists and they're not optimistic. So be fucking crazy, basically. Yes, be delusional, but you have to understand that manifestation isn't all just up for delusion. You can't just be I'm gonna do this, and this, and just leave it as it is and expect it to happen. For manifestation to work, you actually have to have a plan to how you're gonna get there and start acting in accordance for your manifestation to come true. If you want to be this ideal version of yourself, or you want to accomplish a certain thing, you have to start doing the actions that a person who is already there would be doing. Kind of fake it till you make it kind of deal. If this person that you want to be does this, and this thing, then you also now have to start doing this, and this thing. Even if in the beginning it feels like you're faking that person and you're not actually that person, if you start doing these actions and you start living in the vibration of this version of yourself, then all your actions are going to start falling in place, and everything in your life is going to start falling in place. There's a journal I've shared before where I want you to write down all the things that this person would be doing and then start having your habits reflect this person's habit. So let's say you want to be a healthy person. What actions does a healthy person do? They might be going to the gym, they might go on walks, they eat healthy food. So think about what actions this person would do and then start doing that. And I promise you, you will become that person. So yeah, be delusional, but also don't expect that manifestation is as easy as I said I want to do this, so now it's going to happen. You actually have to put in effort for your manifestations to work. I want you to let go of any limiting beliefs and anything that is holding you back from truly manifesting who you want to be. Don't manifest a half-assed version of yourself because the version of you currently isn't allowing you to dream big. Let that go. Even if when you're manifesting and you catch yourself being oh, I can't really do that, or that's not me, let that go. Pretend that you aren't this loser version of yourself, right? Pretend that you're already at this high version of yourself. What would that high version of themselves expect of themselves, or what would they be capable of? Even if in the beginning you have to see outside of yourself, do that and just manifest that you're going to become this great, amazing person and you're going to accomplish so many great things. Once you start seeing it, you'll believe that it's possible. And that is why I love vision boards. I love vision boards. I started doing vision boards a year ago and I have not stopped. I used to make one monthly. like to update my monthly like goals and like check-ins, I would like change my little vision boards. Now my vision boards stay a little longer, like 3 months, and then I'll change it up again. But if you do not have a vision board, consider doing a vision board. If you have it somewhere where you can see every day, you're constantly being reminded of what your goals are, and it reminds you to like do certain actions so that you can achieve certain goals. My vision board is right on my phone. So like it's on my home screen, which is funny. Like if anyone ever sees my phone, they can see my vision board. But it's like I have it so like every time I'm open my phone, I am reminded with what my goals are. And if you don't want to have it on your phone, you can have like an actual in real life board where you like pin up all your things. When you make your vision board, I don't want you to worry about making, because mine is like low-key kind of aesthetically pleasing. I kind of quickly like mine is like kind of aesthetically pleasing. You don't have to make yours aesthetically pleasing. Actually, don't even worry about the aesthetically pleasing part. Just have your vision board actually reflect everything that you want. Have your vision board be a reflection of your goals and the things that you want to accomplish. One, if you're like constantly seeing your vision board and you're constantly being reminded of your goals, then it's going to help you like be consistent with your goals. Another thing, like I said, seeing is believing. So you can straight up like edit yourself into the pictures. Like you can edit, like let's say you want a nice, like you want abs or whatever, edit your little face onto someone who has like your dream body or whatever, and see that image. Because if in your brain you're gonna like, your brain is kind of fucking stupid sometimes. So if you like show your brain this picture, it's gonna start believing that you are someone who can get abs. Or let's say you want to be like, you want to have this nice car, edit yourself in that nice ass car. Your reality is gonna come true because it's like you're so used to fucking seeing yourself in that car already, right? A thing with manifestation, it's like if you see something as like, oh, it's not possible for me, it's hard for you to manifest these big dreams because you see it like too big for yourself. If you make yourself accustomed to seeing yourself in certain situations, it's not gonna be strange for you. You know what else helps? Put on a song that like gives a vibe that you want, and like sing that fucking song in the mirror, and like imagine yourself like in this, like, like the songs like I like listening to that Rihanna song, I still got my money. Like for example, I like listening to that song. She's talking about like having money and she can fucking spend her money and it doesn't matter because she still has her fucking bag, right? Do shit like that. Stand in a fucking mirror, sing this sexy ass song that makes you feel like your higher self. Like visualizing and like actually seeing yourself in these positions makes your manifestations become so much stronger. So vision boards are very important. Singing these nice songs is very important. Another thing that I really recommend is scripting. If we're talking about manifestations are delusional, scripting is delusional. Bitch, but it works. If you guys don't know what scripting is, it can be like 5 years from now, a year from now. You're gonna think of yourself in a year from now and pretend that person a year from now is writing in present tense, and you're talking about everything that you have in life. Write about your life, like have a journal entry, like if everything that you want is already like reality. You can script and you can be like, my super rich husband just bought me the new Lamborghini and my expensive dog is here right next to me. Like it can be like as delusional. Just pretend that you're already that person. Now I want to start talking about the power of affirmations. This is something that like recently has been very important to me, and I've been doing extra steps to like really affirm in myself that like I'm doing great and that I'm gonna achieve all the things I want to achieve. Like when I first wanted to like start bettering myself, the thing that really helped me get out of like a deep depression, I was not in a good place, and the thing that really helped me was affirmations. And in the beginning, when I was first doing affirmations, it was really hard for me to believe that those things were real. It really did sound like I was lying to myself when I was just like writing simple things like I'm capable of love, and I'm capable of being loved, and I'm capable of sharing love. Just simple stuff like that did in the beginning really sound like a lie, and I didn't believe in myself like when I was saying those things. What's so great about affirmations is that it starts creating like new pathways in your brain so that later on it doesn't sound fucking crazy to say those things. But now when I say I love myself, girl, you best believe I fucking love myself. Like there's no doubt in saying I love myself. So when you start like having new affirmations in the beginning, it might sound fucking crazy. In the beginning, if you have a hard time saying like I can accomplish anything I want, I can create the reality I want, saying stuff like that might sound delusional at first, But I promise, if you say it over and over and over again, those thoughts are just gonna come easy. And it also really helps with like not bad talking yourself. Another thing in the book that I was reading of how to win friends and influence people, a thing they mention is that people react better with positive affirmations, and just they react better with positivity instead of being negative. If you want to fucking achieve something and you're not like you like mess up or whatever, and you talk bad about yourself and you're like, oh, you're a fucking idiot, you did this wrong or whatever, that has an opposite effect, and it actually makes you less likely to achieve the things that you wanted. Even a fucking dog reacts better when you give it a treat and you tell it did good, instead of like getting it in trouble for something that it like did wrong because it doesn't understand. Like, you have to tell yourself that like you did good. Think of all the positivity in your life. What I do every morning is I literally do a 10-minute affirmation, like even just like the YouTube affirmation videos, the ones where like they say something and then you repeat it.
Welcome to Wake Me Up and to these morning affirmations for gratitude and abundance.
I listen to those every day.
My success is inevitable.
And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I say to myself, I'm like, my success is bro, that's a hard word. That's a hard word for me. I have a list. Fuck you. My success is inevitable. And then I'm like, fuck yeah, of course this shit's gonna happen. No fucking doubt. So not only do I say it, I keep telling, I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. He'll say something like, I have people cheering me on. And then I think about you guys, and I'll bring it back, and I'll like think about something. And then sometimes if you don't have that person, or if you're like, fuck, like I don't really feel like there's someone cheering me on, think about the fucking universe. And that's why it's so important for me to have faith, is because like I can just bring it back and I can say, yeah, the universe is cheering for me, the universe is on my side. I do my 10-minute affirmations, and that's something I recently started doing because I was having a moment where I was feeling very anxious. And because, you know, like when you are trying to achieve certain dreams, sometimes things aren't easy and sometimes things aren't going the way you want it to go. But I sat myself down, and this is when I first like really tried to like push for affirming and having affirmations, and, you know, affirming in myself that I am on the right path. I had a moment where I had to sit, because I woke up really anxious, and I had been waking up like feeling really anxious, and like just like I don't really know where like my thoughts are. I think it's just like I was thinking of like all the things I have to do and how far I still have to go to be where I want to be. And I sat myself down and like almost immediately started crying. But I looked at myself in a mirror, and I tried looking at myself like if I was like outside of me, like if it wasn't me saying these things to myself. When I was speaking to myself, it felt like it was the universe speaking to me instead of me speaking to me, you know? And it helped me having like to look in a mirror, because it felt like it wasn't me who was saying those things. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, right? But I sat myself down and I told myself, and I was like crying, right? And I told myself, I was like, you are doing great. You are a beautiful, amazing young girl who is thriving. You are hardworking. You are going to achieve your dreams because you are hardworking. You are doing everything you can to achieve those dreams, so have no doubt that you are going to get where you want to be. Have those moments with yourself. Have it be a fucking daily routine. Tell yourself constantly, over and over again, that you are doing amazing, that you are going to accomplish what you need to. Remind yourself, because sometimes it does get hard, and that's why having affirmations is so important. Reminding yourself constantly that there's people on your side, reminding yourself constantly that there's greatness. It doesn't always have to be about success. Like, all my affirmations that I do are different. Sometimes I do a gratitude affirmation where I say, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. Because it is so important to think about how far you've come, how great you are. Makes you appreciate all the things in your life. Now we're going to jump into talking about gratitude. Gratitude is so important. Not only is it important to like affirm that these great things are happening, you also have to be appreciative of all these great things that are happening to you. You should show gratitude for everything. The fact that you are alive is enough to be thankful for. One thing that I thank the universe for every single day is the fact that I'm alive and healthy and have been given the opportunity to make the best out of every day. I also thank the universe just for the fact that like my family is alive and healthy, and that is the most important thing to me. You know, everything else is great, but I always like make it very sure that that is the one thing that I am the most grateful for, the fact that I am healthy and alive and that my family is healthy and alive. Just showing the universe that you are grateful for everything that it has given you, I promise you that the universe will reward you with even greater things. When you show someone, like in real life, when you show someone gratitude, it makes them want to give you more and want to be even nicer to you because they see that you actually value the things that they are giving you. Imagine how the universe feels when you're constantly fucking complaining about everything in your life. When you're like, oh, my life is miserable. I hate that I have to do this. I hate that I have to do this. Stop thinking that you have to do things and realize that you are being given the opportunity to do something. You get to do something, right? Like with the gym and stuff. You don't have to go to the gym, but you get to go to the gym. You get to like treat your body kindly. You get to eat healthy food. Not to compare, but you also have to see sometimes like there's so many people who would rather be in your fucking position. Especially like if you're in America, you're living in America. Oh, you're fucking miserable that you have to go fucking work a 9 to 5 or whatever. It's like, bitch, the amount of people who would love to be in your fucking position. And like, not that it's like about comparison, because then, you know, it can flip around and you can compare yourself to people who are in better places or whatever. You have to appreciate and love wherever you are in life, even if you want to be in a different place, right? It's fine to have the desire to be in a different place, but that doesn't mean that you not have to hate wherever you are until you get to this place. You have to understand that going from this to this is a journey, and you have to appreciate and love the journey. There's gonna be times in life that aren't that good, right? Try and find things in your life to be appreciative of. Where you are in life right now is not where you're always going to be. For example, I'm at a point where I don't really want to be at work anymore. I feel like I'm ready for a new chapter. So even though it's a job that I used to really love, I feel like I'm like over it, and I don't really like being at my job anymore. Not that my job is bad, it's just I don't really like being there. But instead of like fucking feeling shitty and miserable the whole time, the way that I've been seeing it recently is I think about like, wow, these are my last few weeks at work. I'm never going to be in this place. So let me really take in everything about this job. Let me be fully present in my job right now, right? Let me appreciate my coworkers. Let me appreciate the work that I'm doing. I'm not always going to be here, so let me appreciate it while I'm still here. I just wanted to briefly talk about manifestation and the power of gratitude and affirmations. In the future, I'll do a more in-depth video on every little topic, but that's it for today, so let's go to the outro. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Milk Lord Mindset. I hope after watching today's video, you were able to learn a little something on manifestation and how to make your dreams come true. If you'd like to be part of next week's conversation, make sure to follow my Twitch. It's going to be down in the description, as well as the links to all my other socials. Reminder to leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe to see more videos like this. If you're ready to start your dream life, I recommend you check out the video I made on how to become disciplined. Well, that's it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.